Alright everybody, and welcome to another video with me, Craig Bryant, and welcome to the Metro Centre. You don't need any prizes to guess where I am, but we are not doing a video from here. We are going to look at the new Northumberland line, which has reopened just late last year. I think it might have been sort of October-ish actually, so it's not actually as new as I'm claiming it to be. But yes, we're going to go to Newcastle Central Station, get the train from there all the way up to the top of the line to Ashington and come back again. I have not planned any of this. I've literally been to Wetherspoons with me mum, walked out and thought, I'm bored, what am I going to go and do? And I thought, let's go and do this video because I've been meaning to do it for a while. If that sounds good to you, come and join us. How cool are these? There's a couple of them as well. There's another one under the sign there. Also, the train is delayed by about 15 minutes, so I don't know if I'm going to make this connection. Lol. Oh, it's a 4-car, unbelievable.
Sheffield, Chesterfield, Derby, Burton-on-Trent, Birmingham New Street, Cheltenham Spa and Gloucester, where the train divides.
We're at Newcastle now. I had to wait for by far the world's longest announcement. I think I've said this in a video here before. They need to stop with all the announcements, man. People have got it on their phones. But yes, I'm just waiting here. I'm on platform 2, but platform 1's just joined there. I've come right the way out, but actually the place is heaving today, which is absolutely brilliant to see, isn't it? It's brilliant to see people using these trains. It is a Friday afternoon, but yeah, it was just absolutely packed in there, people coming into Newcastle, and you obviously get a beautiful entry into the city. You can see the Tyne bridges, the Swing Bridge, the Millennium Bridge, all of them. When you come over the high level bridge, that was, yeah, we came in over the high level bridge, not the King Edward Bridge that you normally come in on. I think that's because the train that we were on was actually going to go on to Morpeth after that. But yeah, a little bit about the Northumberland line. It actually opened in December. I was just reading a little bit there on the way here because this is totally ad-lib, this whole thing. It opened in December, so it's February now, so it's only been open a couple of months. But this was obviously an old line that was closed. Oh, here they go again. It was an old line that was closed and now it's reopened. Oh, Plymouth she'll be on for ages. I'm ending this year. Sorry.
Gloucester, where the train divides. Please make Plymouth. The front coaches of the train will detach and terminate at Gloucester. The train now platform 2 is 1446, LNER service for Edinburgh, 4.5.
Well, the announcements have stopped for about 5 seconds as that Azuma leaves to go to Edinburgh. And it's brilliant to see so many people. Oh, she started again. It's brilliant to see so many people from southeast Northumberland using this. It really opens up both areas, that area to Newcastle, and obviously Newcastle to that area. But these announcements ruin it.
In 49 Northern service to Ashington.
I think it's going to be busy, so I'm not doing much talking on it, but I've bogsied a window seat on the left hand side. We'll see if that's good enough. we've made it to Ashington, to the end of the line. And yeah, just to sum up my thoughts there, absolutely astounded at how many people were using it. Only 2 of the stations were in use there on the new line. So you've got Manners, which is open, it's been there for ages, but it didn't stop there. Then Northumberland Park, which was always just a metro stop on the Tyne and Wear Metro, you saw that under construction, so it didn't stop there. Seaton Delaval, it stopped, but then it went through Newsham, Blythe Bebbside and Bedlington. Didn't stop at any of those because those haven't been built yet, although Newsham looked very, very close, and I think it's been announced that that's opening very, very soon. But then all the way to Ashington was the only other one that we stopped at the end of the line. So it's amazing to see how many people are using it, but I wonder if those 2-car units will need to be extended. It does look, well, this platform here to me looks like it could easily take a 6-car, but maybe they'll extend those to 4-car units, or up the service to every quarter of an hour. At the minute it's every half an hour, which is really good actually. So maybe not, maybe they'll extend the trains before they'll introduce a more frequent service. But just brilliant to see it in use. Brilliant to see all of the people here in southeast Northumberland have a rail link again after so many years of having this closed down, of having a freight line, but no train stations for trains to stop at. But it's brilliant also to see that it isn't actually technically the end of the line. That can go all the way around. I think it's called Linemouth, I think. I don't quote us on it, but I think that is where that train line goes to, a freight train line. And you could even have a station just up at Wansbeck Hospital, which I think would be brilliant for all those who need to use that hospital, those who work there as well. But just to say, the economic impact of rail schemes like this cannot be underestimated. There are loads. That was one thing. I don't really come to this part of the world, even though I live quite close. But there's so many new houses being built or have been built. It must just be brilliant for those people, for the house prices firstly, but for those people to have access into the centre of Newcastle for jobs, for going in for shopping, without having to pay for parking and driving in. And now they've got a clean air zone, load of rubbish, cars, despise those things, by the way. Yeah, so now that they've got that, they've actually got a way into Newcastle that is very frequent and very easy to use. Gonna have a little look around Ashington Station to finish off this video. If you've got this far, please do subscribe. I'm so close to 1,000 subscribers now, and I would love you to be able to see more of my rubbish videos, do some train videos. I'm gonna say it here, I am not a railway or train expert. I love ferries, and I think I'm nearly an expert in those sort of things, but I love transport, but I'm not. Rail is probably the one I'm least familiar with. So yes, I'm no Jeff Marshall, even though I have watched his video of Ashington Station. So let's go and have a look at a bin floating in the air as an ode to Jeff Marshall. Well, that's annoying. It's got a plastic thing around it, so it's not going to be wafting in the air. So let's finish off with the station tour. This shouldn't take too long. It is one platform. Interesting thing to note is because the freight line continues that way, they've actually knocked in and built a third sort of third line here, which then terminates at the end here. So I wonder if they ever have sort of passing services. You can see over there what is obviously a disused platform. So I wonder if that would end up being opened up for services that will continue to Wansbeck Hospital, to Linemouth, things like that. One thing I didn't actually mention there as well, after Bedlington, you may have noticed that some tracks going off that way. That then joins up again with the East Coast Main Line at Morpeth. So hopefully there are going to be services that, instead of going all the way to Ashington here, will then turn off after Bedlington and go into Morpeth, so that'll be good. Anyway, the station, very obvious new build stations. They all look the same, well, especially the bigger ones. I want to go and have a look at Newsham at some point. Obviously can't do that today. Where they basically all have the same lift shafts and over bridges. They're like carbon cut. What's that called? Cut out, cookie cutter. Cookie cutter, that's what I'm trying to say. But I'm at the end of the platform here. Like I said, probably a 6-car maximum someday. You've got an emergency exit. Basically just an extra exit out here if you want to go southwards. Brilliant though. Park and ride, man. I am I'm a big fan of a park and ride. Great for people who live a little bit outside of Ashington, can actually then come and park their car and use the train. Multimodal transport. It's exactly what we want. We've got a Wilkinson's over there as well. I don't know anything about Ashington as a place, honestly. Let's go and have a look at the shelter. There are people turning up though for the next train, which is in about 25 minutes now. Yeah, the shelter is pretty rudimentary. It is a glorified bus shelter, but it does its job, and that's exactly what you want. You've got some dot matrix boards there which never show up on a camera for some reason. It's saying that the next train, it's 20 minutes away actually. I'm going to get the 4 o'clock one back. I'll not do any filming on that. But yes, that's basically it. There's a car park, there's one platform, and there are 2 train lines going that way, which you never can ride on yet. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. Again, please subscribe and like the video. It means a massive amount. You don't realise it costs you absolutely no money whatsoever, but please do subscribe. That would be absolutely brilliant, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye. Also, forgot to mention, there is a ticket machine just there on the outside. Bye bye.